The walls of Sandringham did not shake because of an outside enemy. They shook because someone from inside the royal bloodline allegedly turned the king's private sanctuary into a secret business operation behind closed doors. And the moment Prince William received that encrypted military report, insiders say the future king exploded with fury in a way palace staff had never witnessed before. The Norfolk fog was still hanging over the Sandringham estate when the nightmare reportedly began unfolding in total silence. Security teams believed they were carrying out an ordinary overnight patrol until strange heavy-duty production vans started moving toward one of the most restricted sections of the royal property. Not tourist grounds, not public halls, the private royal core itself. And according to insiders, the moment James Earl of Wessex spotted the convoy, something immediately felt wrong. Why were unmarked crews entering a closed restoration zone before sunrise? Why was no official palace announcement made? And why did the authorization codes suddenly appear too perfect, almost rehearsed? What happened next reportedly sent shockwaves through the entire royal chain of command. James allegedly refused to alert ordinary estate staff because he feared internal compromise. Instead, he contacted Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Thompson directly, William's most trusted military enforcer. And when both men arrived at the scene, insiders claimed they walked into what looked less like a restoration project and more like a covert media operation hiding inside royal history itself. Massive lighting rigs, professional cameras, equipment positioned inside rooms connected to Queen Elizabeth's most private Christmas traditions. And standing in the middle of it all, Tom Parker Bowles himself, allegedly directing a crew like he owned the estate. But this is where the story reportedly turned explosive. James did not scream. He did not argue. He allegedly ordered an immediate digital verification of Tom's authorization credentials against William's upgraded royal security system. And the second those QR codes were scanned, the system rejected them instantly. Crimson alert, counterfeit credentials, unauthorized access. Suddenly, the atmosphere changed from awkward confusion to full-scale royal panic. Because if those documents were fake, somebody with very high-level access had allegedly helped create them. Then came the moment palace insiders are privately calling the point of no return. Tom allegedly attempted to contact Queen Camilla directly. Her voice reportedly echoed through the communication system, ordering guards to stand down immediately, insisting her son had her personal blessing to be there. But according to the report, Jonathan Thompson did something almost unthinkable inside royal circles. He allegedly cut the call off mid-command and informed Tom he was now under military detention for breaching protected royal property laws. One sentence, one move, and suddenly the royal hierarchy itself appeared fractured in public view. That was the moment whispers of internal betrayal reportedly spread across Sandringham like wildfire. Guards allegedly locked down the perimeter, while James ordered every vehicle searched before sunrise. And according to the claims inside the report, what they found inside those production vans transformed this from a scandal into something far darker. Reinforced transport crates, vacuum-sealed antique storage containers, archival wrapping foam, not ordinary filming supplies. Insiders say royal staff immediately feared priceless royal artifacts were about to disappear before dawn. Then came the discovery that reportedly stunned everyone present. Victorian oil sketches, silver gilt dining pieces connected to Queen Alexandra, historical items allegedly removed from protected display cabinets and wrapped for transport. James reportedly stood over the crates in complete disbelief while Thompson seized digital drives containing scans of the estate's architecture and security weak points. Suddenly, this no longer looked like an unauthorized documentary shoot. It allegedly looked like a blueprint operation targeting the royal estate itself. And the deeper investigators looked, the uglier it allegedly became. Contracts reportedly found inside Tom's leather briefcase suggested private access rights to Sandringham had already been discussed with international buyers. Ghost entries allegedly inserted into palace scheduling systems diverted patrol teams away from restricted areas during the convoy's arrival. Security cameras were mysteriously disabled minutes before entry. Administrative overrides reportedly traced back to systems connected to Queen Camilla's private office. Piece by piece, the operation allegedly stopped looking random and started looking organized. Meanwhile, inside the secure operations room, Thompson reportedly uncovered encrypted files containing detailed room photographs, architectural scans, and references to luxury collectors and auction houses. Some files allegedly discussed moving certain royal assets internationally under the cover of future exhibitions. Others referenced restoration projects connected to private vault layouts. The implication terrified insiders. Was this merely a media scandal, or had someone allegedly begun commercializing the monarchy from inside its own walls? By sunrise, Sandringham no longer resembled a peaceful royal retreat. It reportedly looked like a military command zone. Armed guards controlled every gate. Communication systems were jammed. Staff connected to the Queen's office allegedly lost digital access immediately. Tom Parker Bowles Bowles reportedly found himself isolated, stripped of influence, and guarded like a high-value detainee, while evidence was transferred directly into secure channels connected to Prince William's office. And through it all, one terrifying question kept hanging over the estate. How far up did this really go? The atmosphere inside Sandringham after William's arrival reportedly became almost impossible to describe. Palace insiders say it no longer felt like a family estate. It felt like a kingdom standing on the edge of internal collapse. Guards moved through the corridors in silence. Staff allegedly avoided eye contact. Even longtime royal employees who had served through scandals involving Diana, Harry, and Andrew reportedly admitted they had never seen tension like this before. Because this time the threat did not come from tabloids, interviews, or outsiders. According to the explosive reports flooding through royal circles, the danger allegedly came from someone sitting inside the king's own family structure. And William reportedly wasted absolutely no time. While forensic teams continued dismantling the production setup piece by piece, the Prince of Wales allegedly ordered a complete reconstruction of Sandringham's internal security systems. Every access code, every biometric authorization, every administrative privilege connected to the Queen's office was reportedly frozen under direct authority from William himself. That single move alone sent panic through palace corridors because insiders immediately understood what it symbolized. This was no longer damage control. This was a silent royal coup against influence that William allegedly believed had contaminated the institution from within. Jonathan Thompson, meanwhile, reportedly continued examining the encrypted drives recovered from the production vans, and what he allegedly uncovered only deepened the nightmare. Hidden partitions inside the storage systems reportedly contained high-resolution templates of royal seals, forged authorization structures, and detailed plans for future estate access operations. According to sources close to the investigation, investigators became convinced this operation was not designed for one night only. It allegedly looked like the beginning of a long-term commercial exploitation network targeting private royal properties under the cover of elite media partnerships. But the emotional breaking point reportedly came when William entered the long library itself, the room where priceless artifacts had allegedly been prepared for removal before dawn. Witnesses say William stood staring at the empty display spaces for several long seconds without speaking. These were not random objects. They were connected to generations of royal memory, Queen Elizabeth's traditions, historical collections protected for decades, family history treated, insiders say, like inventory for wealthy buyers hiding behind luxury contracts. And according to Palace Whispers, that moment hardened William completely. James, Earl of Wessex, allegedly briefed him further on the timeline investigators had reconstructed overnight. The convoy movements, the remotely disabled cameras, the manipulated patrol schedules, the forged digital signatures. Every detail reportedly pointed toward a coordinated operation that required extraordinary insider access. And as those details piled higher, one terrifying conclusion reportedly became unavoidable inside royal command circles. Tom Parker Bowles allegedly could never have pulled this off alone. That realization reportedly triggered the true constitutional fear spreading through the palace by midday. Because if the evidence linking Queen Camilla's administrative systems to the security overrides proved authentic, then the monarchy itself faced a devastating credibility crisis, not simply embarrassment, institutional betrayal. Insiders say government officials were already being quietly informed while senior palace aides scrambled behind closed doors trying to contain what could become one of the most catastrophic internal scandals in modern royal history. And through all of this chaos, William reportedly remained terrifyingly calm. No shouting, no public explosions, just cold operational focus. That calmness, according to insiders, frightened staff more than anger would have, because William allegedly approached the situation like a man who had finally reached the limit of what he was willing to tolerate inside the institution. Some even whispered that the future king viewed Sandringham as proof that the monarchy could only survive if certain royal influences were permanently removed from power forever. Meanwhile, Tom Parker Bowles reportedly found himself completely abandoned by the machinery that had once protected him. Guards allegedly ignored every attempt he made to invoke his mother's name. Calls from palace-connected intermediaries reportedly went unanswered. The production crew themselves allegedly began cooperating once they realized the operation they believed was officially sanctioned might actually expose them to criminal liability. One director reportedly turned pale after investigators showed him the altered email addresses used to imitate legitimate palace communications. Suddenly, the glamorous royal access project they had been promised allegedly looked like a sophisticated deception operation hiding behind aristocratic privilege. Instead, investigators allegedly transferred the evidence directly into secured channels connected to Scotland Yard and Royalty Protection Command. Every forged document, every biometric timestamp, every encrypted message discussing artifact movement and international collector access reportedly became part of a protected evidentiary archive archive beyond ordinary palace interference. In other words, according to insiders, this scandal had already escaped the palace before anyone could suffocate it quietly. And then came perhaps the most chilling realization of all. According to reports circulating among senior staff, the Sandringham breach may have only been a test run. Investigators allegedly discovered discussions connected to future royal tours and additional estate access opportunities under similar operational structures. That possibility reportedly sent shockwaves through William's team because it suggested the monarchy had not narrowly avoided embarrassment, it may have narrowly avoided systematic internal exploitation on a much larger scale. By noon, the police convoy carrying Tom Parker Bowles reportedly disappeared beyond the estate gates, while reporters and government officials across Britain began hearing whispers of an unprecedented royal emergency unfolding behind closed doors. Inside Sandringham, the fog had finally lifted, but insiders say the emotional damage left behind felt permanent. Staff reportedly walked through the restored rooms in stunned silence, unable to process that the threat had allegedly emerged from within the Queen's own circle. And now the monarchy stands facing a terrifying crossroads. Because this scandal was never just about forged credentials or unauthorized filming, it became something much bigger. A brutal collision between old palace privilege and a new generation determined to rip corruption out by force if necessary. William reportedly made his choice the moment he stepped off that helicopter. Duty over blood, institution over loyalty, accountability over silence. The royal family may still publicly smile. Palace walls may still look untouchable from the outside. But insiders say Sandringham changed everything forever. James and Thompson allegedly exposed a hidden operation that had been quietly growing beneath the surface. William allegedly responded with military-level precision and absolute emotional detachment. And somewhere behind Buckingham Palace walls tonight, whispers are spreading that the future king has officially begun reshaping the monarchy long before wearing the crown itself.